Alright everyone, sorry about that hiccup. We had some issues with OBS, but we are now back in action. Stream should be alive and functional.
Awesome. Alright, so a little bit more than 3 minutes delay, but you know, whatever. We got this coming. We see both teams coming in, and it looks like both teams are gonna 5-point right away. No invade here.
Yeah, I'm not particularly, I don't think either of these teams have a particularly insane level 1.
Yeah.
So...
The mastery emotes in the mid lane.
It is a party. Biggest party we've ever seen on this rift.
Dancing going down.
Yeah. Oops.
Nobody's going after any of the Skarner points, I feel. Solo queue, it's like, if I don't get that 15 gold, then
That's free money! Yeah, dude! People missing out on free money! Where's the competitive threat?
That whole extra 2 seconds you have to sit in base for the 15 gold.
Yeah, man. It's gonna make it later on. You're gonna have to sit in base for 4 or 5 seconds, and you're gonna wish you had that Skarner gold.
But then your opponent can come back and get that 15 gold back whenever they want.
Ooh, yeah, that is true.
So you're kind of just like progressing the game. You're like, oh, which one scales better on 15 gold?
Well, the middle ones are neutral, right, at the beginning, so it doesn't matter. Like either team can capture them.
Right.
So like. That way, you know, they could still capture before, so you might as well be the first one to capture it, right? Get that gold first.
I apologize. I just had every phone in my house go off that I have a curfew.
Yikes. Fortunately, the curfew does not extend to the rift. Oh my god, a big root going on at Dan, and he's just getting chunked here at level 1.
Yeah, that's not looking good for this lane. Gonna get bullied out pretty hard, and he doesn't have any way to freeze it at the tower, being Tristana. So doesn't have as much lane control as other AD carries would.
And, oh my god, he's going down!
He's just gonna die!
Oh,
wow.
No!
Let's reset, showing him that he is dominant. You know, we had done a couple of scrims, or not scrims, but like just like those like fun nights where we all get together and play customs, and I seen hooks on this Lucian in the mid lane, and it was so freaking scary.
Yeah, dude, he's a very good Lucian. I don't know how deep his AD carry pool is, but I know the Lucian is scary.
The Lucian is definitely very scary, and it can dash and do all these things and do damage early, and oh man, and look at him, he's just chunking back out 30.
Yeah, Dan, fortunately not gonna miss too much of this wave here, but he needs to watch that health bar as he's still only level 1.
Still losing a third of the health to Zyra's plants. Oh, the best is fucking real aggressive in the mid lane. Nothing really happened about it though.
Man, this is oppressive.
Tristana came back with a control ward as well too. That's kind of interesting.
AD
carry picking that up ultra early as she's under her tower.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much. It's one of those things where he's like, I have 75 gold, what do I buy? I mean, it's better than buying nothing, right? But yeah, that might be sitting there for a bit as this hook resets tree bot lane is refusing to go backwards. There's only forward as just every single thing seems to be hitting on poor Dan.
The directed camera will not take its eyes away from the bot lane, as that is the lane where the only action is happening right now.
I don't think I've seen Tree miss a skill shot yet. And like, that's credit to Tree, but that's also like, Dan, my dude, no!
You know, they kind of went even-ish last week, and this bot lane for Inevitable is like, no, we can't have that look again.
Yeah. Which is very good for this bot lane, because, like, if Mao Tristana gets very ahead, lane is very, very difficult for the other way. But, oh my goodness, Lucian's going to get to spend a whole 1,600 gold, just shy of 1,600 gold here on that back.
Alright, we've seen some pings over the mid lane.
Yeah.
Looks like Tabestis one called his jungler off, though.
Yeah, everything else looking pretty even across the map here. Malphite's going to be a good amount ahead depending on how much of this wave he converts, just because he's got about 2 waves worth of minions there. So if he converts right, he should have about a little more than a wave. So he has advantage on Poppy.
Dub's getting a little bit ahead of
Yeah.
Garner in the jungle.
Yep, both of them have
But
completed
that is
first
kind of the
back as
nature
well.
Here.
Yeah, Udyr is fast. Tree's gonna find himself in a lot of trouble here. There's a lot of damage is coming out here. He's gonna flash and that's about it.
30 missed the.
TP's coming in. Bonkrank teams in. Thundercut's coming in as well. Poppy is not level 6 though. Malphite is.
Party in the bot lane.
As
Bonkrank could just like knock any one of these guys up.
Yeah, I mean that was also like that should be able to kill most of these people. Most people. There's only one level 6 person on the enemy team, and it was Mr. Tuesday.
Oh man, this is so good. Bonkrank played.
Go on. Yeah, you could.
Bonkrank played this so well. Securing his team dragon right here.
Yeah, dude, hit 6 first against the Poppy, got the TP. Poppy followed, which was insane. But it worked as Doublesword Nooblords getting on that first dragon and getting themselves a little action here. Oh my god, Dan is getting lit up.
Dan took so many hits with no counter attack, just sitting there like he didn't know what to do as Hook's reset just wailed on him. Just feels like that as the opposing AD carry in this bot lane, you need to have a little bit more conviction with your movements.
Yeah, as just a gargantuan lead now, 32 CS. As he's gonna slam most of that wave into tower. Siege Minion gonna save the day here though, actually, as it's gonna take up a lot of these tower shots, and hopefully Dan will not miss out on too much XP. Why? Oh my goodness!
You don't want that. You don't want that. You just a little Yordle girl.
Dan thought he wanted it. He thought he wanted that fight.
No. He wants to sit back, relax for a little while. Let the mid, top, and jungle play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I just realized I'm not sure exactly what the heck happened in top lane. I don't know if when Malphite TP'd, if he just missed out on like some of that minion wave that was crashing. Like.
Yeah, so I think what happened was there was a big wave that built up.
Yeah.
And then Poppy was able to get the this
Oh my god,
wave.
as she's doing a lot of damage and flashes are exchanged.
I feel like if Malphite gets his shield back and Udyr comes up, he could definitely press the R on this Poppy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Udyr's gonna try and go for it solo here as he's got the red, he's got the slow. Poppy taking a lot of damage. That's gonna be a solo kill for Dubdrum here.
Dubdrum on the board.
Yeah, on the board here, and just farming like a madman here as he has shown that is the style he wants to play.
Well, that seems like the style half the junglers in this league are playing.
Yeah. Yeah, about exactly half.
Dubdrum's starting up the Rift Herald up here.
Yeah, it looks like there's no vision on it. Looks like it's going to be uncontested. I don't know if the enemy team's aware of it and just conceding it, or if this is going to be a surprise to them as Doublesword Nooblords looking.
Despite the goal difference, I mean this they've gotten two objectives.
Yeah, I mean that goal difference is entirely in the bot lane, right? As Best is putting a large chunk of damage on the Mr. Tuesday there, and will force the ult out, which is actually really big. Ahri's so ult dependent at level like 6 through 11, just long cooldown, doesn't have a ton of damage. But Best is going to find himself in trouble here as Charm will miss, but Skarner can't miss as Best is going to get cleaned up by hook resets.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Bestis was thinking down there.
I mean, we see Dubdrum was down there as well. I wonder if they were like, let's pile 4 on bot, but he just walked over Vision and just got collapsed on.
Yeah, but their bot lane has 0 priority in this lane to really do anything but farm.
Yeah, so I think the hope was just like get the 4v2, right? They're like, oh yeah, we'll put 4 people on bot. We'll collect that shutdown gold on hook resets. As things are slowing down for a little bit now, but Dragon coming up in just over 30 seconds. TPs will be coming up shortly after. I don't think they'll be up just in time. They'll be close. Oh, Maokai coming all in. Dubdrum coming in as well. Flash aggressively from Dan to go forward to get out. Tree's going down. Hooker's just going to pick up Dan on the back line. TP is coming in for Mr. Tuesday. Dubdrum finding himself in a lot of trouble as the charm will land.
Dying.
As Dubdrum goes down 2 for 1.
Mr. Tuesday, can he pick it up? Nope, he cannot.
Nope.
Charm available.
Yeah, no charm available, but that should secure this dragon that's coming up in just a couple seconds here. But opting to not get that. They're going to set up waves. They're going to back and recall. Mr. Tuesday's going to catch this mid wave as Bestis picks up the plate.
Dubdrum's still sitting on that Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Probably should be using this before the dragon fight.
Do you remember how long the Rift Herald timer is?
Not off the top of my head.
I can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately, because it's about 2/3 the way through right now. As he does pop it.
Yep, pops in mid lane.
Yep.
They'll secure easy 2 plays. If not, they could probably go and...
Yeah, as we see this dance here is Dubdrum's going to get all that plate money for himself. 320 gold. The rich get richer.
And that takes the whole inevitable team off of Dragon. But
yeah.
Doublesword Nooblords not going to find a way in here to really...
As we see the missing pink coming out from Malphite as Malphite's walking to the top, but Thundercount is coming down here as we have our poke fest. But Malphite, my man, you need to be there. You don't want to be TP late.
This is SBL top laner. They're sitting up there. They're like, I got TP, I got TP. But what about the TP later? No, I got the TP. Guess what? This dragon's dead. And he's like, should I TP yet?
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, so Poppy, I've heard like no fight was there, but like gets the TP up, catches the whole wave, right? Like.
Right, yeah.
And that's the ideal, right? Like, you get to do that instead of being like, oh, I was top and I have to leave my wave inconveniently. You go, okay, I just show up for the fight and then I go get it. But that will give Doublesword Nooblords a lot of time is, oh my god.
Oh, you can't even jump.
Dan.
Death is the best CC for this.
Yeah, as
Tristana jump.
Lucian as the Kraken Slayer, he does a ton of damage. Dan's like, oh, Colling's not hitting me. I could do some damage to him. Lucian goes, that's fine. I'll still pop you with like 3 autos and a Q. Oh, Yasuo coming in, but Shari gonna get Windwall on the charm, but direct to camera spoils all the fun, but it's coming back as Dubdrum's going in fast, but once again, direct to camera spoiling my fun.
Yeah, they're not able to really pick up anything on this mid lane. The bestest one seems to be doing very well in this lane, but he is not the counterbalance to the Cal and Xmas Tree down in the bot lane.
Yeah, but this lead is not like it is big. Cal is very big, right? But this lead is not insurmountable, right? When you have all this gold on one person, they have a team that is capable of picking the solution, despite how slippery he can be. You know, Malphite ult into Lucian ult is a way you can just lock down that Lucian and equalize a fight. As
another few moments of this game being slowed down a little bit. Might be picking up the mid lane over here. Yasuo,
yeah, I think it'll be pretty close. Yeah, there we go. Good win wall. Will secure
There we go.
This Dubdrum relishing the fact that he is a manaless CDR unenabled mid laner. Gets that blue buff. Udyr loves it. As Hook resets in 3, rotating to the top lane here. Dragon's not on the map for a couple minutes. They want to put pressure on this tower.
And Tristana going to mid lane, picking up some of that CS. Oh man, Tristana sitting at 54 CS.
Yeah, oh man.
As several towers are about to fall.
Yeah, that is not where you want to be on farm at this point in the game. As Boncrank and Doubler are trying to figure out what they can do. Bonkrank's going to ult in, but it's just going to not be enough. Hooker Sets caps him.
There's no way your team told you to go in there. There's no way anybody would have told you that was a good ult.
I don't know, man. It's maybe as Dan going down once again. The charm will land, and Mr. Tuesday picking up the solo kill. It's a rough day for our man Dan, as 30's going to go on to HS0, but he's going to find himself stung, then charmed, as he's going to run around and get picked up here. Mr. Tuesday is now going on a killing spree. Off camera, Hook resets, picking up a kill on the Dub Drum. This man's 6-0. He's dominating.
I teleport to the top lane. Oh man. Bonk crank.
That is a dangerous teleport. He is so lucky. He had no vision there. He could have easily been one more victim. Send Cal from dominating to godlike. But fortunately for him, the Herald is on their eyes. As that pink ward's gonna scout out some vision. I like the pink ward there. But man, he does not realize he is in a lot of danger. As AJS0 is prowling in this jungle. He smells rock butt. He wants it. He wants the big rock. Boncrank gonna wisen up. Gonna get out of here though. But that tower's going down. That's the last of the outers. Herald's still
AJS.
on the map.
Yeah, AJS sitting on this Herald looking for turret. Probably gonna drop it, I would expect.
I think there's a decent chance here.
Right here.
Oh, Boncrank taking a lot of damage here. They see that there's a lot of people on the map here. They want to wait for this here. There's lots of pings going out. Maybe going to be used to pick up this middle tower here. The last standing one. As Thundercut's going at a very aggressive play as Best's one going to pick up an easy kill. Meanwhile, Dundro getting charmed in his own jungle. Mr. J's going to lay down quite a bit of damage. Going to force the flash out.
Riptail being dropped to mid lane.
Yeah, yep, that makes sense. They push him off the towers. Hooker's on himself in a lot of trouble here. So the entire enemy team's piling up. Cal had blood on his eyes, but it's his blood that is spilled instead. Dubdrum picking up 1,000 gold for that kill.
This is definitely game-changing, knowing that you can pick up the Cal, and then it looks like they'll have an easy time getting this dragon over here. Yeah,
I was saying, dragon coming up right now. What a better time than this. The fucking gigantic Lucian goes down. Second Drake over to Doublesword Nooblords. We still have ourselves a game here.
Yep, we got 3.5k separating these two teams right now, and I think this could still be a game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could get Tristana to at least get an item.
Oh my god, that is there's a 4k gold lead. From Hook resets over I'm Just Dan. That is where the whole goal difference is. It's that's the team diff. Dubdrum actually 1,600 up on HAS, and that's kind of counteracted by support. But yeah.
Oh wow, a lot of damage going on a tree from the getting hit by a few saplings.
That is the terror that is Imperial Mandate Maokai. When you're a squishy, you walk into a bush and you're like, oh fuck. Pops, you lose like a quarter of your health. You walk into another one, there's another sapling. You're like, I guess I got a recall now.
Yeah, and then your team loses an objective because they're sitting there 4v5. See, this Baron is coming up here.
Culling coming out as a lot of damage is going down. And I say a lot, I mean, that was like Tickle. This Malphite's got a lot of armor. He's got the plated steel caps, he's got the Sunfire. He's prepared.
Not really going to do anything.
Yeah.
Lucian really needs to get those auto attacks off to get that Kraken proc to really do anything to this Malphite.
As the Best is starting to get quite big here. 180 CS. The Yasuo's going to scare. Yasuo's going to scale. He's going to be scary.
Yeah, just hopefully for Doublesword Nooblords that he'll come back into the game at the right time.
Yeah. As Top tower getting sieged here. Cannon wave coming in. Boncrank very aggressively gonna go for the point blank on illusion. Twisting advance coming as well. It's creeping smash. Dan does not pick up that kill. That's fantastic. But AJ0's coming in. He's going to get Dan. Dubdrum also coming in. Lots of damage going on Extra Tree. Extra Tree's got a flash, but Dubdrum will pick it up anyways. Bestest one going down in the bot lane to Poppy as just war broke out on the map in a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of Inevitable. But gold-wise, in favor of Doublesword Nooblords.
Yeah, that 350 gold extra on the shutdown that Just Dan was able to pick up is ginormous for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see him going back and finishing his item.
As Dan would love to get on the board here. And now Ari, Mr. Tuesday, with the only remaining bounty. Kyle's been milked.
He has been milked. You can milk those.
Oh man, this game is interesting. Like, this is gonna be really, really weird here. I really like that the Ari actually picked up the Leandries, realizing ahead of time that there's like a lot of beefy people on the enemy team, and that's why I switched matches. Oh my goodness. Bestest one, Hooker says juking it out. Hooker says gonna dodge it. Colin coming in. He's gonna force a slash onto the bestest one. And Malphite TP's in though, and once again another Malphite ult. Hooker sets is a magnet to these things, as now Tree's getting in a lot of trouble here, as bestest one's gonna pick up that kill.
This is the SBL top laners right here. Bong Crank 420 69, whatever the fuck his name is. 420 Bong Crank 69. He goes in, he presses R, he plays Malphite. This is the epitome of SBL top lanes. This is how 75% of SBL teams have won their games.
Yeah, and they're calling Baron here, which I really like. You would think that with an 80 carry low, this would not be very fast, but Bestest one's going to do a lot of damage to those. Charm's going to do a lot of damage on Boncrank here, as we're now seeing a bit of a contest here, as Doublesword Nooblords gonna pull off, but not find a fight.
Yep, and they're pulling off. I mean, they got Dragon spawning here in under a minute.
Yep, 30 seconds.
And they're smelling it, because if they pick this one up, this puts pressure for Soul Point.
Yeah, and this is a very good team for Soul Point, but Dubdrum finding himself dragged in here, but no other CC's gonna stick. He's getting pushed around. Dubdrum's gonna flash out and get away.
How did Dubdrum make it out?
There was no other hard
like
CC.
6 things that missed.
Yeah. That's the problem with Skarner sometimes, man. He ults and he's too fast, and like your team doesn't know how he's gonna pull him, and then just skill shots whiff. It's the pain of like, you have a lot of skill shot champs. And unfortunately your Skarner's got some really sick juke boots. But it will secure the dragon, as Soul is off the table for this game, barring quite a bit more time, as 2 dragons away at the earliest. Both these teams really like Cloud Drake, though.
Yeah, you have Udyr, which can basically proc Cloud Drake whenever for the Soul. And then you have Skarner, who loves to be fast with the Soul on his R.
But mid tower also getting picked up here, as these towers just keep falling in favor of Inevitable.
They're falling in favor of Inevitable, but man, just watching the game, if I were to look at the numbers of this game, I would say that Inevitable has full control. But it just seems like that Doublesword Nooblords have something in this game.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, the Malphite also been so, like, just, like, the pile onto the solution, right? Like, just has just completely, like, just eliminated the fact that it's, like, so much of their goals on the solution. They go, okay, cool, we're just getting him. First thing every fight. Malphite ult, Yasuo ult, you know, Maokai twisting advance, just pile in.
yeah, it's been pretty crazy to see.
Yeah.
These teams start clearing
Picking
the
up
rest
buffs,
of their jungle,
and oh, they're giving red buff over to Dan over Bestis right now. He's got the Kraken Slayer. He's a big boy now.
He's a big boy. He's a real 80 carry now. Man, I feel like I would give that to my 214 CS Yasuo. Ooh.
Yeah, especially because he's been putting so much pressure on trying to split push his bot lane, and he finds himself in duels with the Poppy. The red buff can add up really, really long over those long fights with it, but also just having, you know, being able to apply red buff at range is such a big thing. As we now see vision control being established for Inevitable, clearing out these wards.
Definitely gonna push Yasuo to come up.
Yeah. As looks like the world is dark. Yeah, the world Baron is dark.
They're just still dancing around. I guess Skarner really has to be the one looking for these picks to pick out an enemy team member.
Yeah, I mean, you could look for like maybe like a Zyra root or RH arm, but like anything that's going to be like more aggressive has to be, or a Poppy. There we go, Poppy put in the last CC. Aegis are going to flash in, going to get the suppression onto it. Malphite's coming back though. It's going to find a lot of people. Best one blows up the Xmas tree, puts a lot of damage on Hook. 30's going to drop in with the Twisted Advance, picks up the kills while Dan's on the back line, putting a lot of damage down. As Mr. Tuesday throws out the charm, picks up Best's one, but his team is getting rounded as Thunder goes down. Double kill for Mr. Tuesday, and it looks like he might be able to count this out. His Dan flashes forward, jumps forward, but won't find the auto.
Wow, and even in that fight where Malphite ult missed Cal, they were able to take him out. And Skarner ult picked up Yasuo, but they were unable to secure the kill and early on in that fight, and Yasuo was still able to do a ton of damage.
He just disintegrated Tree, like Malphite ult plus Yasuo, and Tree just died.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very surprised. Cal was able to dodge it in that fight, but it did take out Tree.
Yep, as Doublesword's gonna find Mr. Tuesday here, as Mr. Tuesday does not have ult to get away. He will maybe have to burn flashes. Doublesword putting out a decent chunk of damage, but Xmas Tree will back him up. TP's coming in.
Oh,
Thundercut looking for the TP.
Nooblords were unable to get anything off of that fight that they won.
Yeah.
They're still looking at 2 side lanes with 2 turrets up.
Yes, Mr. Tuesday advancing his bounty to 600 gold, 6-0-2. As
AJ Zero coming over here looking
that
clear more vision.
Yeah. I mean, man, this is like the definitive SBL Malphite. You were saying though, like the ults have been on point.
Exactly.
Like, who needed the laning phase? He pressed R real good.
and he even pings it 2750.
Yeah, he knows. This man knows. He has.
I have the R. I pushed the
He's got the TP. He's got the R. He knows. This man's like, all right, you see this?
Oh no.
I have Exodia. We got the combo.
I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. I think Malphite needs to be down here.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
he's too busy being like, I have TP play. Me TP, me R. Me rock. Me TP, me R.
Rock.
As they're choosing to give up this dragon as Udyr Dubdrum pushing down mid. But that dragon goes down very quickly as they're not going to even get to crash this wave as HS here hesitating on which way he wants to go, but decides, I'm going to wiggle my little scorpion butt over here. We're going to get to mid. Dubdrum and Yasuo.
And once it gets Doublesword, Nooblord really don't. Well, I guess
they're gonna get top. They will break top open.
30 and Dan just kind of danced around bottom. Oh wow.
Dan with the rocket jump to safety dodges Ari's charm as Ari was not able to find the pick she wanted. Yeah, I liked the call, like, to give up the Cloud Drake to push lanes, but in theory...
You needed your 80 carry and 30 with
you. But the thing was is that they just, the only actual wave they had crashing was Malphite on top tower, and it's like, that's not super fast.
Oh, this is a game or fight where they might have nearly everybody.
Yeah. They didn't know... HSR just a little afraid, Poppy was a little far away. They weren't sure where everyone is. HSR did not want to push the button without the full 5, without knowing where all Doublesword was.
Doublesword looks like they're really aggressively
Yeah, very aggressive
Positioning.
posturing here. As I love this
All
call
right.
here. They have
All right,
everyone in the
here
mid lane.
we go.
We push
pushed
the
the
way. Yeah,
tower.
but 30 finds himself in a very awkward situation. So is Bonkrank. AJS0 actually now finds himself in the awkward situation as Xmas Tree getting flanked on the mouse side. This fight is through the entire red jungle as Dan's going to pick up Xmas Tree. Massive Yasuo knockup coming through. Is not able to ult though. AJS0 is going down as well as now Thundercut goes down as the Yasuo ult comes through. Mr. Tuesday picks up the shutdown on Dutchram in the background, but now he's Zonius and he's surrounded by the enemy team, but he looks like he's going to get to safety.
Oh, and it looks like if I were them, back up.
They don't have their
can't
jungler.
serve up
Yeah,
there.
they can't
No
do Baron with their
jungler.
jungler. Health bar is looking kind of low. They will get a red buff for their troubles. But it looks like that may be it. As after that fight, Doublesword has taken the gold lead.
First time this game.
For the
And
yeah.
And like I said earlier, I mean, like you were looking at this matchup and you were looking at what was happening. It didn't feel like that Inevitable had the full control of this game.
Yeah.
Doublesword Nooblord was able to weasel their way in with these fights, and like these Malphite ults aren't even gigantic Malphite ults. I don't think that Malphite ult hit anyone that fight.
I missed that
We
one on that
watched-
fight.
I believe we watched a Malphite ult Lucian, and then he was easily able to react to it. But everybody else was in such an awkward position that it didn't even matter.
Every other Malphite ult, like, though, has been like, you know, there hasn't been any, like, there's been a few, like, big ones. Like, but, like, there hasn't been, like, the gargantuan 4 or 5 man, but they've been very consistently good. They've been finding 2 to 3 people every
agree.
fight,
I agree.
and they're always hitting someone key. And here you go. He's got it. He's like, yep, cool. We got A, we got B,
I got
A
you.
plus B, it equals C, let's go! Fucking, he knows his geometry. And he knows he likes the smell of that Lucian.
Yep, exactly. And it looks like this time, Doublesword Nooblord starting to actually position aggressively for Baron. But that Malphite is still not...
I mean, he still has TP. He's
he
there.
still has
They
TP.
really want to pick up that top tower, like that bot tower. Like, cracking open that last outer makes it so that the waves start continually shoving into them. You know, like a slow rush. And it's a lot of gold on the table.
Look at that. Oh.
Ahri picking up Death Cap, though. Ahri's going to be, like, already been very, very big this game, but just even bigger as we got some multiplicative power going on here. As Bonkrank wisely backing out notices that it's dark. I haven't seen anyone in a while. As we find ourselves in the dance once again. This dragon's coming up in 30 seconds. This is a potential soul for Inevitable.
Oh.
Ooh.
But
The
Doublesword
call
goes
for
to Baron.
Baron. They see the enemy team going close to Dragon. They go, hey, that's it. We're going Baron. We have Tristana. We have Yasuo. This thing is going to go down very fast as the vision comes down. Inevitable's running in. AJS0 is going on the front lines. 30 going to go ahead. Dan going to blast him back with the Buster Shot as Baron Nashor goes down. Poppy coming in as well. Lots of damage going on the back line. Malphite's going through. Going to find a lot of damage here. But he's going to get blown up by Lucian and Ahri as now Thundercunt goes down. 1 for 1. Top laner's dead, but Baron Nashor for a Doublesword. But it looks like they want more. Oh my goodness, Hook Reset's getting blown up. Skarner Suppress gonna find Yasuo, but Mr. Tuesday getting charmed as Dan's picking up more and more kills. This man's gotten a quadra kill!
Quadra kill from the Tristana!
Motherfucking quadra kill on this Tristana!
What?
You see this?
And they go to the dragon! Push the goddamn
All right,
lane!
there we go, yeah.
Alright, thank God. Alright.
As, oh my god, this game was wide open as what was originally a 3-level down, half the CES, 0-4 Tristana is now a better stat line than Hook Resets on the Lucian.
700 gold shutdown sitting on
Look at this gold lead. In the blink of your eyes, these men get their 3rd dragon, they have a 5k lead, and they crack the first inhibitor of the game.
Oh, wow. But more importantly than the first inhibitor, let's talk about this bot lane turret that we've seen fought over for the last 20
This bot turret
minutes.
has been a powerhouse. It has been an absolute powerhouse for this Inevitable squad. It has refused to go down time after time. But Udyr and Tristana are coming for you, little buddy, and it's time to go out to pasture.
Bottom turret takes its last shot. We'll see some resets
Yeah.
coming down.
As, oh my goodness, Yasuo paying the Skarner tax, picks up his Quicksilver Sash. Which is just looking to be very, very big now. I mean, that's a big thing, right? That's the person Skarner wants to ult most. So now it's Tristana, but Tristana's a lot harder to get to. She's got the Buster Shot, she's got the Rocket Jump, her flash is up. And there's really no other great targets for Skarner. I mean, I guess you could go ahead and get Maokai. Maokai's the other acceptable one, but like, Udyr? Malphite's not terrible, like, assuming that you catch him out, because you can deny him the ult or force him to awkward ult. Like, but sometimes that can just backfire, right? You're like, everyone pile on this Malphite. Malphite's like, thanks, man. I wanted to be here.
Seeing the siege continue in the bot lane. What does Inevitable have to do to take back control of this game?
Yeah, I mean, they are not out of this game right there. One Dragon away from Soul. They're going to... And there we go. AJS here is not realizing Yasuo has the Quicksilver Slash. Goes for the Flash Stinger. Does not find anything. As now the Twisting Advance comes through. Roots going down, but nothing else going to follow up here.
AJS needing to learn about that tab button.
It's such a big thing on Skarner.
I think pressing tab's kind of a big thing.
I mean, it is, but like looking for like the Quicksilver is like it is the Skarner tax, right? Like you need to pay attention to this item because it literally stops your ult. As oh man, Malphite ult finds Xmas Tree. 30 is gonna pick up the kill, but Malphite's going down as Mr. Tuesday's fighting off supers here. Dubdrum pushing him in, and oh my goodness, Dan sneakily, no one noticed. He's in the top lane,
and he should pick up that turret for nearly. Well, the cost of his Malphite bottom.
Yeah, the cost of Malphite. I mean, Malphite traded for Xmas Tree, so it's not the worst thing ever. As Bestis 1 in 30, looking for a lot of blood here, as lots of damage coming out. Bestis is very big. This is a late game Yasuo, my friend, as we're going to find one, find two. Bestis 1 picking up the double kill, as Dan and Dubdrum just going to town on this top person, as Inevitable is just falling apart at the seams.
Yeah, they seem like they do not have any more life in them.
Yeah. It's just...
They are just getting put out to pasture.
Once again, as Tokusat's finding himself in trouble, Twisting Advance coming through after the bear stance. Yasuo all coming through off of the knockup from Maokai. Dan somehow picking that one up as he goes legendary. Dan jumping in very aggressively, kind of forced the flash out of him as Xmas Tree now goes down as a great wind wall is going to stuff Ari's damage. TP coming in to save that minion as this assault goes through. We're looking for a classic Team Flame finish, a triple inhibitor, but Malphite's first going to ult in. Mr. Tuesday going to find himself in a very tough situation as one last one as Dan picking up the ace, and the stat line is one I would never have expected here.
Wow, this Tristana ended 9-4-5, or looking like he's going to
get some more,
maybe
as there's 10. There's kill 10.
10
Here's
kills.
11.
He jumps right into the Skarner and says, fuck you. Double kill Tristana. 11 kills on Tristana after getting demolished in lane. I'm just Dan says, fuck you. We're winning.
What a game.
Oh my god. That was some SBL. That was an SBL game.
Oh yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah, so let's take a look. Let's see some damage numbers real quick as look at this. You love to see it. That's a team effort.
Maokai,
that is a team effort.
That is a full team effort. And Mr. Tuesday, the hero of this Inevitable team, being like, wait, I wasn't the one that was supposed to carry.
He's like, wait, how do I find myself here? Time to shame. Who didn't buy enough control wards? Dan even started one. He was like the first person in the game to spy one.
Yeah, two. One on the first back, one another time.
Oh, man. And that is it for right now, guys. Stay tuned, though. We still have more Baddie League coming at you. Is Wang and I moving out of the caster booth, going on to the Rift, as it is Crystal fucking Tree versus Doublesword Nooblords. Stay tuned and don't touch that.